Okay, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about something that can be kind of stressful, returning something to a store, and turn it into a super simple, confident process. Seriously, by the end of this, you'll have all the tools you need to handle it like a pro.
You know the feeling, right? We've all been there. You get home, you're excited about your new thing, and oh no, it's the wrong size, maybe it's broken, or maybe you just changed your mind. That little pit in your stomach when you realize you have to go back to the store? Yeah, we're going to make that feeling disappear.
So, first things first, let's just see what a really smooth, successful return looks like. This is the goal, right? It's totally achievable. We're going to walk through a quick conversation that gets the job done. Politely, quickly, no stress. See how that starts? It's polite, it's direct, and it tells the employee everything they need to know right away. What you want to do and why. No confusion, just a perfect, simple opening.
And there it is. This is almost always the first question you're going to hear. The receipt is your proof of purchase. So if you have it ready, you're already making things so much easier. Because the customer was nice and clear, the staff member is already on their side, ready to help.
Now, this part is key. The customer doesn't just point out the problem. They offer the solution they want, in this case, an exchange. That little phrase, "Can I exchange this for a different size?" is what I call a building block. It's so useful and gets you straight to the finish line.
And boom! That's what we want to hear. A positive, helpful response, all because the communication was clear and friendly. This is exactly the kind of smooth interaction we're aiming for.
And please, always remember to end on a high note. A simple thank you or "I really appreciate it" makes a huge difference. It just leaves everyone feeling good and acknowledges the help you received. It's a small thing that means a lot.
All right, so that was the perfect scenario. What was the magic behind it? Well, it really just came down to a few key words and phrases. So now let's break those down and build your personal toolkit so you're ready for pretty much anything.
First up, the receipt. Honestly, you should think of this as your golden ticket for any return. It's the proof of when and where you bought something. Quick bro tip, even if you lost the paper receipt, a lot of stores can look up the purchase if you paid with a credit or debit card. It is always worth asking.
Next is the return policy. These are the official rules of the game for that specific store. It'll tell you how long you have to bring something back, 14 days, 30 days, whatever it is, and what your options are, like getting cash back or just store credit. A quick Google search for the store's policy before you go can save you a ton of hassle.
Okay, and here's the core of your toolkit, these building block phrases. "I'd like to return this" is your go-to opener. "Can I exchange this?" is perfect if you like the item but just need a different size or color. And "I'd like a refund, please" is how you ask for your money back, plain and simple. Honestly, these three will handle about 90% of your returns.
Okay, but what happens when it doesn't go so smoothly? I mean, let's be real. Maybe you lost the receipt or you're a little past the 30-day return window. Let's talk about how to navigate those trickier situations.
Now, before we even learn any new phrases, this is the single most important thing to remember. Your tone of voice is everything. Staying friendly and calm, even if you're feeling frustrated, is seriously your secret weapon. It makes the employee want to find a way to help you.
So, if your first request isn't working, don't worry. Just follow this easy 3-step process. First, just calmly state the problem again. Be specific, like "the seam is torn here." Second, if you happen to know the store's policy supports you, you can gently mention it. And third, if you're just not getting anywhere, it is 100% okay to politely ask to speak with a manager.
And this is the perfect way to say it. Starting with "I understand" shows respect and that you've heard them. Then, "Could I please speak with a manager?" is a polite, non-threatening question. It's not a demand, it's just a calm request to find someone with the authority to solve the problem.
All right, now for a really important step, practice. We're going to do something called shadowing. It's simple. I'll say a phrase and then I'll pause so you can say it right back, out loud. This helps build the muscle memory so the words feel natural when you actually need them. You ready? Let's do it.
Let's start with that basic opener. I'll go first, then you. "I'd like to return this, please."
Great.
Okay, now for asking for an exchange. Here we go. Could I exchange this for a different size? Nice one.
Let's practice that little bit of gratitude. It makes such a difference. I really appreciate your help. Excellent. And last, that polite escalation. Let's give it a try. Could I please speak with a manager? Perfect, you've got it. See? Saying them out loud makes them feel so much more comfortable. So what's the big takeaway here? It's actually really simple. When you're prepared, you've got your item, maybe a receipt, and you know these key phrases, and you combine that with a polite, friendly attitude, you can turn what feels like a stressful task into a simple, successful one. Every time. So there you have it. You are totally equipped to handle any store return that comes your way. Which really just leaves one last question to think about. What other everyday situations would you like to be able to handle with this much confidence? Keep practicing, and you'll be amazing.